What's going on, everyone? Today I'm going to be doing an in-depth analysis of Sylas. What I'm going to be teaching you today includes the Sylas combos, tips, tricks, and more. What's not going to be included in this video is Sylas builds and runes, and if you'd like to see things like that, be sure to check the other videos on my channel. Now, if you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing if you do enjoy the video, and if you're a returning visitor, welcome back. Be sure to leave a thumbs up if you enjoy the video. And without further ado, let's get into it. Now let's start with the most simple combo. This is the QE combo. Now what a lot of Sylas players are used to is the EQ combo, which was before when you could cast your E and Q at the same time, but unfortunately that's not possible anymore. Now what is a better combo is actually this. What you're going to want to do is as follows. So as you can see, it's the QE combo. On a moving target, what this would allow for you to do is you place the Q under them, and then as you E2 them, you're basically holding them in a position where they cannot move, and they're going to take both Q1 and Q2 damage. Now, this is what I'll show again. Just like that, you're doing the most damage. Now, obviously, you want to cast your W in there, so let's do that, a full combo, including the W. Alrighty, so that is your most damage output combo possible. You really want to get this one down because obviously your Q2 does much more damage than your Q1. So your Q1 does 398 damage, but your Q2, which is the after damage, does actually more than double that, well over more than double that, so 835. That's why it's very important to get both of those down. Now let's tie into how I did the second part of that combo. So sometimes if a moving target is running away too fast, you can't exactly do a full combo like that. If you're trying to chase someone down and you're trying to burst them, let's get into our second combo. Now what that is basically just the EW combo. What that means is you cast your W while you're in your E2. So as you can see, I didn't leave my stance while I was doing that. While I was flying, I cast my W. Now let's watch that again for the second time. Before I hit the ground, I cast my W. Now this is the combo you're going to want to do basically when they're low HP, when you don't need to do full damage, when they're normally running away from you. This is exactly what you're going to need to do to instantly burst them. And after that, because you can have three passive Sylas auto attacks, you will have all three of them down. So as you can see, 1, 2, 3. That way we get the most out of our passive stacks, we get the most out of our damage. That's only using 2 abilities, and that is the EW combo. Now let's get into some more basic often combos that you're going to run into that aren't exactly like that. This is just your casual trying to catch up to them. And that is the EQW combo. Now what this does is basically, like I said, if they're running away and you can't exactly do the perfect QE combo, which is the most damage but obviously the hardest to do. Now if they're running away and you're trying to chase them, if we get our E on them, then you want to place your Q right under them. If you guys do not know, Sylas's Q slows by 35%. So right as you hit that E, you want to auto attack, put your Q under them, because if you Q right after your auto attack, it resets immediately. This way, you're doing instant damage, you're slowing them so they can't run away, and you're getting as many passive auto attacks as possible. Now this is another very common Sylas combo, as you'll see. It's the E auto attack in the middle, QW combo. That way you're getting your max amount of passive auto attacks off. Now let's say, for example, you're not the best at hitting your E2. What that is the second E2 right there. Maybe you're not very confident with it. Maybe you just like to get closer to them. Now this is very important, and even if you're good at hitting the E2, if you want to be very precise that you hit it, now this is a very easy combo for you. This is the EW combo. Now let me show you it and I'll explain it. Now, obviously, this is easier on a moving target, and I'll show you as a moving target what it looks like. But right now, what it is basically you dash to them, and you close the gap by pressing W. Now, if you want to get closer, if your enemy is running away and you're just about to hit them, you're not very confident in your E2, and you really want to make sure you get it. Now I'll show again. You dash, then W. Your W has quite a range, so let me do this without quick cast for a moment and show you what this really means. So we're going to normal cast this, and so we'll dash and see that jump. That is quite a big jump from the W. So actually really helps you get up close and personal with the enemy. We'll do that again. We're gonna dash, Q, and then it's a very easy E2. So that's another combo. That's for if you're not as confident hitting your E2. It's very easy to do. Lets you get up close and personal to the enemy without risking anything. And just like that, you can get an easy combo off. Alright, now that we've got the combos down on this target dummy. Alright, now that you know the basic combos of Sylas, let's start applying when and how to use them in the game. Now we're going to be starting in the early game here. Let's say we're level 3, we're in the mid lane, we have our Doran's Ring. Our abilities are at 9.2 second cooldown, 12 second cooldown, and 13 second cooldown. Now I'm going to be showing you the combo you're going to do at this stage of the game, and then I'm going to be explaining why I did that. Now we did a total of 805 damage. Now as you see, I did my QE combo like I would normally do, but why did I hold my W until the end? Well, this is because you want to hold your W at the end of your combo because this is how you maximize your damage with a high cooldown reduction and low mana pool. Now, let's watch it again, and if you don't know, the W does max healing at or below 40% health. So when you're doing a trade with an enemy laner, you're most likely going to be taking some damage too. That's why you want to hold this until the end. They do most of the damage to you, and this is how you maximize both your healing and your damage. Now I'm going to show you this one more time, and this is especially important with Conqueror. We want to hold until we get 12 Conqueror stacks, W at the end. Now our W is doing 109 magic damage, and we're getting 56 and 112 health. Now let's see what it looks like, say if I did in the beginning. My damage is only 85, and my healing is only 42 and 84. Now although these are small numbers, these make a very big difference in the early game. Let me heal up a little bit and show you what it would look like if I did the combo, but I started W. Now we know our damage was 805, okay? So let's try the same thing, but do W in the beginning. 738. These numbers make a big deal in the early game, and that's the difference between a kill or a death. Alright, now let's say we're in the mid game. We're level 11, our W is max, but our Q and E aren't quite yet. We have around a mythic item at this point, hopefully. We got our Sorcerer's Shoes. Our ability haste is at 50% cooldown reduction. So what's our combo going to look like now? Well, once again, let me show you and explain why I do what I do. Okay, now what happened there? What happened there was it's the same concept. We do the QE combo, but I put my W in the middle of our combo. Now why is that? This is because our W is max cooldown reduction, but our Q and E are still quite long. We have a 12 second cooldown here and a 6.78 cooldown here. So when you're in the middle of the game, you want to fit your W in the middle of your combo. That way, if we're fighting someone, we can maybe get it off twice in a fight rather than only doing it once. When in the early game, we can only get it off once. Now that the cooldown reduction is lower, we can hope to do it twice. So we want to get it in there in the middle of our combo. Alrighty, and here we are in the late game of the late stage of the game. We're level 18. Hopefully we're close to full build now. We're just waiting to sell this Doran's Ring. Ideally, you will have around 22% cooldown reduction. So what is our combo going to look like now? Well, let me show you. Okay, now I started that really early with my W, right? This is because you basically want to fit in your W as soon as possible in your combo now. This is because all of your cooldowns are so low, you do so much damage now, and you really just want to get this W off as soon as it comes up. This is your main damage dealer and healing. So as soon as it comes up, you're really just looking to get it off. That's why we're doing this in the beginning. Now, this is the exact opposite, as you can tell, of what you would do in the early game. In the beginning, we would hold our W until the end, but when we're in the late game, we're gonna do our W in the beginning. This is by design. This is so that we gain as much health as possible while dealing the most amount of damage. You want to really surround your combos around this ability. It is extremely important. Now, let's get into what another combo will look like, including our ultimate. Alright, now let's talk about some neat tips and tricks of Sylas that you may not know. The first one I'm going to start off with is the fact that your E2 will basically go as far as you've casted it. What that means is that this will go, it doesn't matter where your champion is, but the chain will go wherever it is. That means if we throw it out and continue to move, it'll go to that spot. Now this can also be done with flash. Now let me show you what I mean, because this is something I do a lot. Something I like to call a fadeaway E that works a lot. So we dash in. While we're walking away, while we're walking away, the chain is still going in the exact same spot as it was before. So let's try that again. Now let's do it from a further distance. This is gonna make your chain look a lot longer than it really is, and a lot of people don't notice how long the chain it is. You see how we maximize a lot of distance there? Now we can integrate flash into this as well. Now let me show you how to do it with flash. You see that? It's a very neat Sylas trick that can almost fake out your opponents a lot of the time, and it works a lot for me. So let's do that one more time. Alrighty, now once again, I'm going to show you the E2 flash combo. This is how it is normally. You can do it just like that. Or you can integrate a flash into it, make a little sneaky play, make your enemy confused. Like I said, no matter where the chains are going, it doesn't matter where our body is. Now this can also be done with Zhonya's. So let's say there's a big team fight. You want to make the engage, but you're not quite sure how. And you're probably going to die. Well, this is how you do it. Mid-leap, we Zhonya's. That way, when we get in there, we're safe. This is how you engage for your team without completely getting yourself killed. Your E is an amazing ability that can do a lot. Now, once again, I'm going to show you mid-leap. While you are in the leap of your E2, you can Zhonya's. Now, another thing you can do is steal an opponent's enemy while you're mid-leap. Now, let me show you real quick. You see how we stole his ultimate before we even got to him? Let me show you that again. So mid-leap, once again, a lot of things you can do mid-leap. Steal the ultimate. Now, unfortunately, this target dummy doesn't have an ultimate we can steal, but you can still tell that in a really nice combo, if you're looking to steal it really sly and slick, confusing the opponent, just like that. A lot of things you can do with this ability. Now let's do it all together. Everything.
Is a crutch for the mindless.
Boom. That is the biggest Sylas outplay. Okay, now obviously Sylas has the most unique and intricate ulti in the game. I'm going to be showing you the most simple ultimate combo. Of course, there are a million other ways of doing it depending on the ultimate combo you have. But depending on the ultimate that you're stealing, this is a very common one. Let's say for point and click ones, I'm going to be showing you how to do a combo on a Veigar here. So what I'm basically going to do, I'm going to show you and then I'll do it. So as you can see, I casted the ulti mid-leap. This is called the ER combo. You want to cast it during your leap, kind of like the EW combo, and you will do this is how you do the most damage possible with Sylas in the smallest amount of time. So basically it's the ER combo, mid E2, you want to cast it on your enemy. This can be done with many ultimates such as Lux, Nami, Veigar, and I could go on. It's these point and click ultimates, and that is the most basic ultimate combo that I can teach. Now very quickly, I want to show you guys something that's very important. Now we've talked about combos on champions, but let's talk about minions. A lot of people wonder, how do you push a wave with Sylas? Well, I'm going to show you right here. We don't have many points in our queue, obviously, but as you can see, we managed to clear a minion wave. Now, how exactly did I do that? Well, you basically have to, it's all about your passive. A lot of people think you have to push with your Q and it's your passive. You want to get in the middle of all the minions, or as many as you can, and you want to deal damage to all of them with your passive. This is how you shove lanes in. A lot of people think you need Hextech Proto Belt or you need some other item, but this is how you do it. Now let me show you one more time. Now we're going to do a cannon wave. Okay, so we're only level 7. Once again, we don't even have many items. You want to push a lane, but you don't quite know how, especially with farming. Just get in the middle of all these minions. As you can see, I'm using all of my abilities. Just like that, although it takes a while, it's definitely not impossible. And as you can see, we shoved the lane pretty damn well right here. Just like that, you want to really get in the middle of your minions. And a lot of people don't notice that this is really what you do with Sylas. Now, that's going to be the end of the video for me, guys. I hope this taught you guys basic combos for Sylas. I realized that as I was playing, a lot of people weren't doing these things that were just second nature to me. So I hope this video helps you guys. If you guys have any questions or comments, maybe some other things that you don't understand about Sylas that I might be missing, please let me know. Be sure to put a thumbs up in the video if you learned anything at all, and subscribe if you have not already. Thanks again, guys, and I will see you next time. Peace.